I mean,
Uh, Jesus Christ, that was basically an hour talking about the greatest rivalry. We might as well speed up, move on to the next topic that we almost got into it last time, and we just couldn't properly. We were almost going to implode in this discussion, since it's such a hard topic to talk about, but best
I mean,
halves in the world. Uh, yes. Um, Best fly halves in the world. Uh, it's a tough topic that everyone's been talking about. I've been racking my brain for
I mean,
maybe a week and a half now about this list. Um, the simple criteria around it is everybody's fit, but it's a current all-time fly halves. And in order to make the fly half list, you have to have played uh, one international cap at 10. I'm not allowing playing, I'm not allowing you saying, oh, this guy played, he usually plays 15, but he played club rugby at 10 or whatever. You have to have had an international cap at 10 to be in this list. Does anybody want to start? I have my list ready, so I can go, but I think mine is going to get people talking. So
yeah, I might just set the tone real quick if that's cool. Because unlike I started preparing for this after we clicked record on the podcast. So I think I'm pretty good to go. Starting top of the list, we're on current form. The current best player in the world is Sasha Feinberg Mngabazulu. Then I'm going to go Noah Lolosio, Tom Liner, James O'Connor, Tane Edmonds, Carter Gordon, Declan Meredith, Ben Donaldston, their job. I don't know if I'd go. Separate. Oh, I do Wallabies.
you just put all the Wallabies. They've got they create all the best 10 in the world, but they can't barely beat Japan.
That's- And that's a list of fly halves from the last 12 months, guys. That's crazy. But no. Okay. I just wanted to get that out of the way. Circle back from
10. Okay. Well, I'll let you think about your real list. We're not.
yeah. Because I spent far too much time preparing that. So yeah.
The moment you mentioned Noah Lolosio, I went, "Are you fucking kidding me?" I just like the chance.
It's a bold
Wait.
yeah.
Oh, okay. No, okay. I'll start. I'll go for mine. I genuinely had to just think of a top 20. I've got a top 22 just to try and think about it properly, make sure I'm not missing any names. Some are a bit crazy. I think it is also a bit north biased, but this is it. So this is my list. So just shut up and listen. At number 10, again, I said you have to have just had at least one cap for fly half. So if you go, oh, he's more of a fullback, I don't care. At number 10, I'm starting off with Bolton Barrett. I think it's insane at what he does. Obviously, just not. He's in his twilight years now, but he's still absolutely amazing. Number 9, Damien McKenzie. Again, absolutely love the guy. Number 8, I think it's going to ruffle some feathers, and I think he's genuinely just so underrated. It's just, I'm going to put Jack Crowley from Ireland. I think he should be the starting 10. I think he'd be the starting 10 for Ireland. I think he's that good, and I don't know why Sam Prendergast, I'll give it, for a while, I said Sam Prendergast should have been starting, and he should be becoming the Ireland's number 10. But I think he's had enough appearances, enough caps, and he's kind of proved that he's maybe not the guy. Whereas Jack Crowell is still top of the game, still top of what he does and stuff. And yeah, really happy with what he's doing. Since you said he was 9, I'm not actually as annoyed at what I've said. I don't think that's too crazy. But number 7, Jalibert, French top player. Many would say he's the best French player, but I'll show you my list higher up the list to see who's talking about what. Next, Finn Smith, bloody brilliant at number 6. I think he's great. I think he's class. Number 5, Ruben Love. Obviously, been doing pretty decent across the board. Number 4. I mean, he's pro. I think I've kind of cocked this up a little bit. I'm kind of just like, I love this guy so much, but then I've instantly gone, what the fuck am I talking about as well? I put number 4, Richie Morgan. I mean, it's. I think no. I think he still starts for All Blacks. I think Ruben Love is absolutely amazing, and give him a year and a bit, that those places are going to switch around. But I think it's just, if Richie was available and contracted properly under All Blacks, can he go back now?
Yeah, so he's played one game. I think he's starting for Canterbury this weekend. He's played 2 games of NPC. He's technically eligible, but they haven't called him in yet. But I think with each passing, with each game, with each test, I think it's more and more likely that Ruben stays as the starting team. By the way, I think he's class. But
I think if you were thinking about it as a management point of view, you would put Ruben Love, because you just go, he's the future. He is the future. And I don't think you'd see, like, they were so close. You have them at 4 and 5 right now, that, like, you're not going to lose too much if you're not playing Richie. If Ruben plays, you're still kind of getting the same results, and you're not going to see game-breaking moments on the comparison of the two. But I think Richie is just is in his prime. I think people would lose their heads. Many people underrate the Japan leagues and stuff, but he's won so many Japan leagues, and he's back like time and time. I can't remember what it is, but he went like 9 years of just winning trophies and stuff, which like domestic trophies, which you just got to commend. It's absolutely amazing. But going on, number 3, I have Roman Ntamack. I think he's one of the best fly halves in the world, and I'm so sad that he gets injured all the time, which is why I was kind of putting an emphasis on injuries. There's a lot of chat about Jalibert being amazing, which he is amazing, but as soon as Ntamack's fit, Jalibert gets pushed out the way in my eyes. I think Ntamack is amazing. He's amazing for Toulouse, and I've seen Jalibert. If I was the coach of France and I needed, in the World Cup final, who's going to be my clutch 10, Jalibert or Ntamack, it would always be Ntamack. And then I don't think it's going to surprise anybody, but number 2, Sasha Feinberg, absolutely amazing. Probably will become the number 1 very, very soon. But number 1, as per usual, Finn Russell, still the best in the world, and nothing is going to stop him. Nothing is going to stop him. You will win. Oh, wow. We're gonna go 3 for 3 in the Autumn Nations Championships, and we're gonna win the Six Nations. So stick it up, all ears.
But are you gonna make it out the pool stage of the World Cup first time in 12 years?
And we're gonna make it out of the full stages of a World Cup. He's gonna get the full Johnny Sexton treatment at the 27 World Cup, and it is just gonna be like, keep him fit for the big games. And if fingers crossed we can beat Ireland, and then what is it? It's either we got a pretty easy run if we beat Ireland, or if we don't, we have France, I think, basically. And I back ourselves against France. Finn Russell against France, easy.
Yeah, I can't remember if it's the round of 16 or the quarters. But yeah, but let's say it's not go that far, mate.
With Finn Russell being if Finn Russell truly is the number 1 and my ball knowledge is true, we could see us in a semi-final. Jeez, that's only if I'm right. If I'm wrong, we're not.
I mean, some of the Kool-Aid you're drinking. No, this.
Any apart from, I think the crazy calls were maybe Richie, being so high up, but I love him so much. Um, any other crazy shots you're shocked by?
All of it.
All of it. Well, Finn, before you go to start talking yours, I think I want to hear Joe's first.
Yeah, I want to do it again.
Okay, right. So let's just go into it because I'm feel like I'm going to be made to look very elementary when Finn Morton does his in a few moments' time. So number 10, I've gone Jack Crowley. I think for a lot of the same reasons as Mr. Reese, because I think it's now got to a point for Ireland where he has to be their starting 10. I think my opinion on the whole Sam Prendergast situation is that he wasn't helped out by squad selection. That is my opinion on it, because there was no get out of jail free card in the back line to help him out. So when there was issues, no one was able to drop in and sort of just sit there and go, "It's all right, mate. I'll be the second distributor. You just get the ball to me. I'll sort it out. I'll sort the attack." And because when he's at Leinster, he has Hugo Keenan who can do that. And obviously he's been injured for quite an extended period of time when it's come to international windows. And then on top of that, Jamie Osborne, who also plays for Leinster quite a lot as well, unavailable, not selected for these Ireland teams. So that's where I think the situation's got. When Crowley came on a 12 or 10, or they shifted around whatever it was in the two, that's when Ireland played the best rugby, particularly this year's Six Nations. So that's my opinion there. Then we move on to number 9, and I've gone, it's sort of a romantic one to a degree. It's Handré Pollard. I think, like, don't get me wrong, like, real steep decline, but in terms of kind of what he was able to do in a Springbok jersey for an extended period of time, realistically between 2019 and 2020, sort of on up to 2023, I still think he's up there, and he's still obviously involved in the squad. Then some similarities starting to come in. At number 8, I've gone D-Mac, the Smiling Assassin. I think criminally underrated, but large swings of his career. And who have gone for number 7? Someone who's on the naughty staff at the minute for very good reason. Thomas Albanaz, the Argentino try-off. I think he's very talented. I just think, like, he can't not be on this list, particularly when you look at this Argentina team, sort of the way they're shaping up and the identity that they're creating around themselves. Like I say, understandably on the naughty step. Number 7, I've gone with hard favourite Finn Russell. Oh, sorry, number 6 even, I should say. I've gone with Finn Russell.
Oh, you're killing me, man. You're killing me.
And I just think, do I think he's the Finn Russell of a couple of years ago? The answer is no. And I think that there's still so much to say about a player who a complete match day 23, wider squad, whatever it is, look to. I think there's still a lot that goes into that. And, like, he's still the player who's undoubtedly their leader. The issue is, at the end of 27, it's kind of who gets the keys after that, because they are going to start transitioning him out is the issue.
He'll get transitioned out after 27, but I think one of his most commendable factors about him is that he was never known for his speed or anything. So it's not like with his age he's getting older and he's like losing that pace and he's getting slower. It's just that what I rate him by is that rugby IQ is just insane, and just being able to the double pump pass is such an underrated, not an underrated skill of his, but it's such a good skill of his that opens up defenses so easily, and lots of inside centers, whoever plays with him, are really benefiting from it, because it opens up that back line completely. Back would have won Prem if he was fit.
Oh, yeah, quite potentially. Like, there's players' names that when they're not included in the team sheet or there was a late alteration, you think, oh gosh, they're not making it to the final. It's like when Pollard, funnily enough, wasn't available for one of the Prem semi-finals against Sale in 2023, I think it was. As soon as it was called that he wasn't in that squad, I knew Sale were going to the final. And that was like, it was one of those. I was sat there in the stand, and I was just literally sat there like, oh, this is going to be a really good battle before, but now I know that Sale are going to come through. So I was just sat there in the chair, just like watching. And I was like, yeah. And Sale obviously monstered them really. Then we get down to number 5. I've got Ruben Love. I think he's the player that New Zealand should build around. And I've just been super impressed. Every time I watch him play, I'm always really impressed. A big fan. Then 4, this is probably my most controversial one of the lot, and also it's a bit of a statement about kind of where I feel like a lot of English people feel he is. I think I've gone Finn Smith. I think that's because, he's a 2-time Prem winner. I think he's only 24, I want to say. And in my opinion, hasn't got enough England caps already, and certainly not at 10. And I'm hoping that people see the error of their pace and start giving him the 10 jersey, because I just think he's far and away the best fly half in England at the moment.
Yeah, I agree. I think Ruben Love and Finn Smith are like just on par with each other. They're very much on that similar. It's whoever you prefer kind of thing. Which is why I've got them 5 and 6, and you've got him 5 and 4. So yeah.
Exactly. And I think like there's a few players who are in that space at the moment where you're like, if you get given more opportunities and, people really back you to the hilt, you will be that player and you will sort of like rise really quickly. And, maybe going to a little bit more to establishment, it is interesting. We were talking about the French files before and kind of who's better. So I'll just say my 3-2 now. 3, I've put Roman Ntamack. 2, I've put Matthew Jalibert. And again, pretty interchangeable. But like for me, Jalibert is one of the best players I've ever seen play rugby. And he's got that ability to run, he's got that ability to kick, he's got the full package. And I think the issue is with Ntamack is that fitness, is that sort of ability to stay on a pitch for a full season. But, I think it speaks a lot to Jalibert when he's been included at 15 for a couple of tests now, and sort of like, he's the kind of player that they have to have on a pitch. Like he's the kind of game-breaking, defining player of a fixture. He has to be on. So that's it's all opinion-based. We're all friends here. And then it's
perfect. I will say it's like Jalibert is great. It's just like I just feel like he's not the finished product that France need, whereas Ntamack is, and that kind of thing. I completely understand when you say fitness and availability. Best ability is availability. But I think if you go off like pure like skill and everything, I'll take it back a while. But that what year was it? Was it 2021? France versus New Zealand, where Ntamack takes it from the end zone and just absolutely carves the All Blacks apart, which they ultimately, after a couple phases after that, they go and score from. Like, I think a moment like that is etched into my head. It might have been actually 22, but it was just before. Was it 22? Oh, beautiful rugby, beautiful moment, and I think it gets forgotten about it. It gets forgotten that Ntamack was so good like that.
I mean, the beauty of the list and the rules that we've made is that, like, they just have to have played 10. Like, there's no universe in which we couldn't necessarily say that Ntamack could be playing 12 in the next World Cup and Jalibert could be 10. Like, that's kind of the beauty of the way we've done the list as well, is that it doesn't mean that there isn't space for 2 of them. It's just like, where do we think they rank as test fly halves? And I think that's kind of the really nice thing. And then number 1, shockingly, probably like other people would have expected, I'll go Sasha number 1. I just, like, when I was watching him, I was freelancer for TNT Sports last autumn, and every time there's that from game on, I was glued to it, because it was just like watching him play 10 was one of the best things. Like, kind of, it's very rare. It's maybe be felt a little less rare in recent years, but like, it's very rare there's a player that comes through complete package, 24 years old, can boss test rugby matches. Like, comparatively, Ruben Love's only got his first real sort of stretch in an All Black shirt. He's a year older than Sasha. Like, it's a very rare special talent, and that's why I think we all sort of, like, when we see the injury news every now and then, like Sasha's injured, we all kind of get a little bit sad for the rest of the day. Can't really work out why, but for me, he's the best test fly half in the world right now.
And truly fixed all the problems the Springboks had in 23, which I think is one of the biggest worries that we have now, is that he's just there, and he can do both the handling and the kicking that Libbok and Pollard were trying to bring to the last World Cup. And I think he's one of the key reasons of why people are very much clued on that they could do the three-peat. If he's not there, then they're not. I don't think they might do. They won't do the three-peat, but if he's there, if he's fit, Jesus Christ.
I mean, agree with that. Agree with that. All right, guys. Now, glad you're sitting down. Time for the right list, the correct list, the real list. For the real list, guys. Now, 2 honourable mentions before I start. Ito, fly half from Japan, plucked out of University Rugby, I believe. His performance last weekend against the Wallabies, he bamboozled Harry Wilson to score a try during the first half. You haven't seen that clip, seriously, go check it out. It was class. He's got gas, really bright future. And I'm going to go Carter Gordon. Despite my antics before, I have not included any of the 9 Wallabies fly halves in my top 10 list. But Carter Gordon, he's there at number 11. So, he just was out. But honourable mention to Carter Gordon, who I think should start this weekend against Japan. So, I'm going to fly through this list quick, rapid fire. Please save all your questions till the end. Here we go. Hodre Pollard. 9, Jack Crowley. 8, Richie Mo'unga. 7, Finn Smith. 6, Damien McKenzie. Matthew Jalabert. 4, Romain Ntamak. 3, Finn Russell. 2, Ruben Love. 1, Sasha Feinberg Ngomazord.
There's not much I can disagree with there.
You may clap. You may clap now.
The match really did it. I appreciate that.
I just can bring myself to on a human level.
I'm happy you also put Richie Moore in your top 10 at least. I think I'm having a bit of realization. I think I put him a bit too high, but I was like, oh, am I crazy putting him in the top 10?
The thing with Mo'unga is if he was available for X now, or more accurately, if he was available 2 weeks ago when the squad was named for South Africa, you would be talking about him challenging for that starting role for the Test team. Certainly in that today point of view, it's great. It's not like he's any worse necessarily than he was in 2023. Like you said before, he won 9 domestic titles in as many years. Think about this is due to his class.
Yeah,
he's playing in the Japanese comp, or has been playing in the Japanese comp, Japan Rugby League 1, which is like an all-star competition. It's not the retirement village. It's not a retirement village during anything like that where players go to, play out the remainders of their careers. It's actually good rugby over there, really good rugby. And I'm Wednesday look all those.
Yeah, I hate it when people just I see so many comments, and they can join this list of the people of all the South Africans that just comment, how many World Cups have you won? But it's just every single person that says, "Oh, Japan League 1 is a dead league." Then it's just I just reply to them, just being like, just say you don't watch it. Just say you don't watch Japan League rugby and stuff. It's so good. It's unbelievable, underrated for sure.
And sorry, I missed developed. No, I was going to say the way that Japan's developed is that you now notice it now how many teams are forming partnerships with those teams. It's become a real sort of high performance area. Leicester Tigers have got agreement with, I remember the team name right off the top of my head, but they send players over. I think it's Mitsubishi Dynaboars. They send players over there to get game time. I think Charlie Tickham, who was a young fly half they had, or still have, sorry, I should say. He's gone over there, got game time. Lewis Chesham has got game time over there as well. And then at the minute, Gloucester have got a load of players over from Japan to get high performance experience with them. Don't know if it's going to do so much good really, but no, not Gloucester too. But it's sort of it's become a real avenue, and it's something that with a high performance sort of hat on, it's the sort of thing that's only going to grow and grow and grow. It wouldn't surprise me in 10 years if we're saying, Japan are leading the way when it comes to high performance rugby environments, when it comes to club level. It would not surprise me one drop.
100% agree.
It's going to be like the new, send him free year to Dagestan, and he'll become a better man. It's just send him free year to Suntory, Sungoliath, and you're gonna get an epic rugby player coming out of it.
Well, something that I thought was pretty cool. Toby McPherson. I feel like you might be aware of an AP captain and Aussie under 20s.
2 years ago, I think, maybe 3 years ago. And he was obviously captain your country at under 20 level. You're obviously pretty in demand, highly rated. But he signed a deal. I'm pretty sure he signed a deal with the Brumbies from 2026, but he spent 2025 with Toyota for Blitz in Japan. Think of it not like a loan, but there was like an agreement in place that, hey, you go to Japan, you get that year under your belt, then you come back here. I think that's
cool.
and I think that is really smart. I think that's really smart for the strength in Japan Rugby League one, potentially turning under 20s talent and going, hey, come here, play your trade. We're going to have the best under 20s players in the world that are playing URC, Premiership, or Super Rugby, or top 14. You've got Japanese test players, and you've got, I don't want to say former greats, but all-time greats. That's what I'm looking for. All-time greats. Yeah. Peter Steph-Toy, Aaron Smith, Cesar Perenara, Richie Wonga, Bernard Foley being there. Like, I don't know. I think it could be fascinating for younger players to go over to Japan and develop their games, those systems.
And how much better is that as a system compared to what we do in the UK, right? Which is like, and this isn't a slight on the system because it has worked and it still continues to work to this day. But like, how much better is that than, say Glasgow obviously send players to like Super 6 teams or something like that, like just to get game time, get experience, all that sort of stuff. And obviously Premiership teams go to Nat 1, Nat 2, Champ teams. But how much better is the experience for that be for players for, how long is the Japan season? About 5 months at this point, sort of like, it's not the longest season you're ever going to have, but you go over there and you're by yourself. You have to actually learn how to do a lot of things by yourself for the first time because you're not living in mum and dad's box room. Like you get to go over that and you get to have like these amazing experiences. Sorry, there's a siren outside. I'm sure you can hear it. It's because, the fire brigade have been called. Yeah, I'm fine. This is where I live. This is up in South East London. So it's, it's just, I think as an experience, players can get so much out of it. And also, like I say, it's a short period of time, but that's your season. Then maybe you come back and get a few reps in your senior club, whatever it may be, whatever form it takes. With Australia, you might go into your shoot shield team, whatever it may be. And like, you get just so much out of it. And I think, we're all lucky here to say that we've been able to travel with work and with rugby. Like, I think we all come out of it and we've all received something from it. And like, there's so much to be said for it, not just for young athletes, but just people generally. And that's why I'm getting commission from Fly Emirates to just say, if you use the code Joe55, you can get 10% off your next booking.
Hashtag.
I'd like someone to try it and then be sorely disappointed. Charge more.
For that is actually 10% for. No, since you mentioned Glasgow, I'm very much among the same opinion. Like I think I've mentioned it in the past before that, but I just like, if you're a young Scottish player, don't play in Scotland. Like if you can't break into that Edinburgh, Glasgow team straight away, go wherever, top 14, D2, Japan. Now, if you actually listen to this podcast, but I think there's much better avenues out there than just sitting around waiting for a spot in that Edinburgh Glasgow team because they're going for their own thing. It's like, why the hell? Like, as much as Jamie Ritchie is a great player, why the hell Glasgow sing Jamie Ritchie? But that's a different topic for another day. We've been filming for an hour and a half now, and I think that's a pretty fantastic point to stop on. Are there any last words, boys?
I mean, is this it? Is this it for me? Okay. Last words ever.
Yeah.
Don't let Adam see this. I don't know.
That was the ambulance. They're coming around to pick up your dead body. So.
That would be perfect to be teed up someone to like walk into Joe's room at that point and just tweet about it. So someone in the balaclava just walks in, it just like drags about, and we just don't have
any last words.
Yeah. Professionally speaking, go the Wallabies. Keep this weekend. How's me?
What is everybody doing this weekend for that rugby related? Of course, you're off to watch Wallabies Japan, Finn.
Yeah. This should be
It's Townsville, one of these World Cup locations.
sure is.
So you're going to get to experience the stadium and what it's possibly going to bring for next year.
Finlay, I'm glad you asked. It's going to host 4 World Cup full matches next year. So this is just for the people of North Queensland to get some international rugby under their belt. So no, it should be cool. To be honest, I haven't been here before. I got in at about 5, headed straight to the hotel, went to the gym because I'm built like that. So, and then jumped on this pod. I've not explored at all, but I think there's a beach 100 meters walk from me, 200 meters walk. So like, that's pretty cool. Sorry. I go for a paddle figure there. So I'm not on the pod next week. I'm not on the pod next time. It's because I didn't swim between the flags. I hope that's something I hope you guys have the lifeguard flags in the UK. Okay, good. Otherwise,
What was it?
the
The Rips got you.
yeah. So
So what are you up to?
This weekend, it's quite quiet in my world at the moment. So there are games on. There is a Fiji South Africa second test for the women's rugby, and I'm going to be keeping an eye on it. But that's kind of all that's going on in my world. I think this weekend, because I'm sure it's not come out. Obviously, the United Kingdom is experiencing a hell of a heat wave at the moment. We're on heat wave number 4. I'm just going to be trying to stay cool somewhere, I think, mainly. I've actually had to open the window in this room because we've been recording this since I thought we would, and it was starting to get a bit stuffy. So I'm just going to be just keeping up with stuff. I think probably watch Rugby's Greatest Rivalry. I think there's a game on Saturday against the Bulls. So I'll keep an eye on that. But outside of that, I'm going to be quite quiet. WXV around the corner, so I'm just sort of trying to get as much shut out as possible.
I wish those UK heat waves travelled up to Scotland because they're certainly not here. But this weekend, the rugby season truly starts for me. Pre-season is underway. Just yesterday, we had our first proper full contact game, Leaf Rugby versus Leaf Rugby. I was filling in at 15, and if anybody wants the VO footage, you can fuck off. I was terrible on a high ball. They genuinely got the VO out, and I went, "Can you delete every single high ball ever?" It was bad. There was one kick through, and there was a bit of miscommunication between one of the centers and me, and I tried to dive on it. The ball went under me, and then from me diving on it, tripped up the center, and then the ball just trickled through past me, and the opposition just went and picked it up and scored a try. One to forget. And then there was also another high ball where I was like, this is me. I've got it. And then our big fat number 8 just stands right in front of me. I tried to jump over him to try and get it, but obviously just knock it on. And I lose it a little bit, just shouting at some big man who could easily murder me if he wanted to. Going, what the fuck are you doing? I'm there. That's my ball. But hopefully, everything else I still did. I still had some good moments. Has got me enough to get picked this weekend for Leaf Rugby versus Kinross. Come down if you live in the Leaf area and come watch our first friendly against a team above us. I think we still actually could get a decent score out of it, but you will see it all over my socials if I do get picked, because I've not actually played a full 80 in about 2 years. But I'm excited. I'm ready. Bring on more rugby, lads. But that's all we have, just guys. But that's all we have, guys. Thank you so much for listening to the podcast. Please do the usuals. Your likes, your subscribes, rate it 5 stars on Spotify. Just do whatever you can to support the page, support the channel. Let us know if there's any other top 10 positions you want us to do, or any crazy hot takes you want us to discuss, and we will get on it. It has been me, Finlay Reith, Finn Morton, and Joe Harvey. A goodbye for just now.